Welcome to the live stream brought to you by Avaani Media, powered by Avaani Real Estate, your trusted real estate partner. Big shout out to the agency, who has been one of the uprising real estate agency in the landscape of New South Wales real estate business. Whether you're looking for land, house and land packages, whether you're thinking of buying or selling, information is just one call away from your convenience. This is Dipesh. I will be broadcasting this live stream straight from Springfield Park. This beautiful game brought to you straight from Springfield Park. Beautiful weather today so far. This is the second game here today. And West Eagles are now in the field, in the center, ready to entertain us, ready to win and collect some points for themselves. And yet another battle brought to the convenience of your devices, wherever you're watching it from. Feel free to give us some comments, advices, a thumbs up on the YouTube or a Facebook page. Or for more highlight action, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And just in few seconds we will be starting the action. Vupinder with the ball, and that takes a thick edge and runs to the boundary. That'll be 4 runs. That was a healthy edge. Vupinder wouldn't mind that. Not too many fielders in the field at the moment. Must have been running late to this occasion. But nonetheless, head high for Vupinder, who wouldn't mind those runs. And will continue to bowl in good areas. Batsman will have to depart here. He was trying to carve that ball towards the offside. Not many fielders located, but whatever the amount of fielders positioned precisely for Vupinder, and he gets a wicket here. Excellent catch during the point region. Batsman was looking to drive and perhaps hoping to get that edge again, but not this time. Comes out of the good part of the bat, but not too much power in there, and then just galloped at point. Good fielding there. Vupinder will be delighted. Early wicket here. That will do a big deal for their confidence moving forward into this game. Short stint comes to an end for West Eagles. Now in the middle, Surinder. Something did make the noise, however no appeal, and must have been my senses betraying, because I did hear something and I thought there was a chance, but not this time. Bit short, that one. He tried to guide that ball, but here comes the next. Once again, he's just looking to guide that ball, not trying to hit it. There you go, the batsman's mimicking the leave at the moment. Not so much of a positivity so far, but it's too early to comment on those. Nonetheless, here comes Bhupinder. Would be a single runs. That'd be the end of an excellent over there by Bhupinder. Beautifully played. He just had to guide that ball, and that's what he just did. Was pitched short, not too much of pace in there. And as you can see in the replay, he just had to guide that towards the leg side. No fielder there. We can keep it. We'll have to go and get the ball. That would feel good for him. Surinder now. It's rolling with some runs. Much better length this time. Not much Surinder could do that time, but there's a fair bit of a pressure tone already building up in the dugout. I can hear from a distance that he's been summoned to make some positive stroke making and stroke plays in the form of Pazi Mara. Can already be heard over here. They want him to go and be positive in this game. This time it goes high in the sky. Keeper would have to run, but he wouldn't reach there. Beautiful shot this time by Surinder. He's taking his time but not delaying anything when it comes to punishing some bad balls. Whatever's in the shot slot in his strength areas has been dealt beautifully. This time driven on the up. This would be given wide. Once again, we've been there onto his beautiful bowling. Just 5 runs conceded in this power play. And as I have mentioned, the fielders, the teammates of youngsters have not arrived fully, and therefore they are not in the field with the full set of their fielding. And plenty of gaps there, but nonetheless, Bhupinder has done excellent work, just conceding 13 runs of his first 2 overs. Despite the lack of fielder positions. Beautiful over there by Bhupinder. Once again, if growing your investment portfolio is on the agenda, Avaani Real Estate is the partner you need. Our broadcast partner and the sponsor for this live stream, brought to you by Avaani Media. Avaani Real Estate is the partner you need. Investment properties, house and land packages, land only lots, they've got the full picture. Back into the game now. That'll be just tucked away for a single. Surinder taking full advantage of the lack of field there to rotate the strike and spend as much time as possible in the middle there. Has been working for him so far. Jai, who was comparatively expensive in his first over, is back in the attack. And this should have been called wide, and rightly so. Just going over the heads of the batsmen there. Just 8 players for youngsters so far in the field. That's a beautiful Yorker and will get him a wicket. Mohit will have to depart from the middle as a result of an excellent Yorker there by Jai. We'll look at the replay once again. He tried to go across, didn't even try to defend, and it just ended up becoming an excellent Yorker for him. Probably could have tucked away in the offside for a single, but the fielder was packed this time. 4 fielders inside the circle there. He wanted to loft that ball towards the leg side, but not successful this time, and will have to incur his wicket and depart from the middle. Wide Yorker that time. Just didn't carry. Did not have too much time before he made the decision to dive, but just bounced in front of him. Just single this time once again towards the offside. Outfield is quite good here in Springfield Park, and that ball will run for boundary. The fielder will just go and fetch the ball from outside the boundary. Just made a little bit of an adjustment coming forward towards the bowler and lofted it from above the head of the fielder that was located inside the ring, and will collect 4 runs there. Nice bit of adjustment. And this time he'll get lucky. That ball will run towards the boundary fence in third man area. No fielder positioned. Will pierce the 2 fielders that were located inside the ring. And once again, the fielder will have to get the ball from outside the boundary ropes, or boundary cones to be precise. Ball never arrived this time. He was too early into the shot and takes a blow in the body. A good mixture there by Bhupinder into his 3rd over already, just conceding 22 runs in the crucial session of power play. A chance that was thought by the bowler, but umpire signaling was too high. And it hit him on his obliques. This is going high in the sky and will be caught very easily. Should dismiss Surinder. We'll take a look at that once again. He tried to loft that ball towards cow corner reason, but takes a healthy outside edge or a leading edge, or perhaps his bat might have twisted due to the lack of grip. But that ball has been comfortably taken by a fielder that was inside the ring, and Surinder will depart. Short inning comes to an end. Few beautiful shots that he played to collect few runs, but could not continue. So early wickets here for West Eagles. Middle order has been put into question by youngsters, and they will have to work some deal of stuff here to find an answer against the bowlers of youngsters. They've been excellent so far. Both the openers, partner bowlers, continuing and already onto their 3rd over. Bhupinder finished his 3rd just an over before, and now Jai onto his 3rd over, which is also the last over of the power play. Jai comes in again. Full pitched. Just tucked away for a single. It was a bit short. Jai now finding his rhythm. He's hitting those beautiful length. This time it's a short ball that will run towards the fence. Not quite intentional, but nonetheless we'll get 4 runs. Bit of a hard bat swing, giving him the reward. Short pitch delivery outside off. Plenty of room there to swing his bat, and that's what he did to collect that 4 runs for his team. Beautiful venue, Springfield Park, located in a beautiful suburb of Old Guildford. Plenty of actions going around the park. This time just will defend, and fielder will collect the ball to limit the runs. Some live actions for you, some quad bikes. That was an edged. The keeper wasn't agile enough to collect the ball, and that will run towards the fence and will be a lucky 4 runs here. This time drifting towards the leg side. A bit of pressure building there for Lovecase this time. He's looked good so far. Some of those delivery tends to nudge him in his uncomfortable areas. This has been hit well towards the offside. Will be a risky double, but dealt safely in the end. One more time. They'll collect the single and settle. Offside off, tried to deal with that, probably trying to guide that towards third man reason. Fair on the single, but unsuccessful this time. Inside edge. Saves him from an LBW. Good bit of spell here by Sahil after the power play. Making sure the loose deliveries are not offered too often and asking some real questions here for the batsman of West Eagles. This time he will loft that. Fielder will run towards the ball but will just bounce short of him, and another single to end the over. With the end of 8 overs, West Eagles are now cruising at 63 after losing 3 wickets. Adnan will continue his spell. And it's a lovely weather here in Springfield Park. Perfect day for cricket. "21 teams competing in this Avaani Premier League for the winning prize, and for the sake of good spirit of community cricket, fully equipped, full set of kids, and wonderful spirit of cricket. We're trying our best to bring you this stream as often as possible with the grace of Avaani Media powered by Avaani Real Estate. This was a short delivery outside, drifting towards the leg side, but the batsman just dealt with it by tucking it down the ground for a single. This time he tries to go hard, did not connect as much as he would have wanted that time, and will collect another important single. This time a bit of premeditation, I think, because the ball wasn't that great. However, it looked like the batsman was deceived completely. Perhaps did not arrive as he had anticipated. Sometimes as a batsman, it's not quite the right thing to do. Sometimes it works a great deal. When you execute it, you just happen to get an extra bit of time when you anticipate in the right way. But sometimes when you're competing against the competitors, it can be a little tricky to guess, because the bowler themselves might not be accurate with their strategies, and your prediction might fail you as a result. Missed opportunity there. He was on his follow through. It's always hard, those catches. This time turned out to be a wide Yorker, and Lovekiss decides to take his helmet off after assessing Sahil's pace. He thinks he's comfortable taking the helmet away. Connects well after a couple of steps taken towards the bowler. Comes out really well off the bat, but fill the position once again, and that shot will be limited to 1 runs. And this time so just the West Eagles dealing with singles. Boundaries are arriving in odd ways every now and then, but this time once again York himself, the batsman, probably was in the slot. If he had stayed back in his crease, wanted to advance, perhaps determining the fact that Sahil is not bowling at a great pace and he wanted to have some impact in that shot. Not this time. This is a full toss, missed out. Will be just a single. Most used word today in this live stream. Singles so far. They're comfortable with the way they're scoring at the moment, so new bowler comes into the attack, I thought, but it's Adnan continuing his spell, and this will be a wicket for him. Lovekiss, after a bit of a miscued shots, will have to depart. A short bit of inning comes to an end. Lovekiss will have to go out from the middle after scoring 27 of 19 balls. He thought it was on the slot, but not too much room there, and ends up dragging it down into his stumps. Nice bit of bowling there by Adnan, and a great deal of captaincy as well for the captain to back their bowler. And the credit goes to the bowler themselves too, for not conceding too many runs and making sure that the deliveries are bowled properly. It makes the captain's job much easier when it comes to deciding who he would want to go with. And the bowlers of Youngsters Cricket Club doing an excellent job to back their captain and the team. 4 wickets now for West Eagles, new batsman in the middle. 10.1 overs spent so far. We're already halfway through. That'll be another dot delivery. Good for the environment these days, especially when you consider IPL, where they plant 9 trees per dot ball. An excellent initiative. A shout out to them as well. Fantastic matches going on, and so are the matches here in Avaani Premier League 5.0 Winter Edition. Most of the times it's called off-season in Australia for cricket, but the organisation, the players and the participating teams clearly have other preferences. And it's a beautiful weather as well, and I wonder why Australians don't play cricket during this time of the year. This has been lofted and will be comfortably taken on long on. And another wicket here for Adnan. Not much of power coming out into that shot, and will not clear the fence. The fielder located at long on had to just cover a couple of steps towards the bowler and collect that comfortably. Another wicket for West Eagles. Another wicket for Youngsters. This has been fantastic bowling so far. And a bit of a lack of batsmanship per se as well, I will have to highlight. Clearly some work to be done in that upper order and middle order. But nonetheless, so is the game of cricket sometimes, and not always is your day. Credit to the bowlers, the captain, making use of his limited resource in the very right ways. Buddy. Sunil will have to depart after scoring 13 runs of 14 bolts, including the one in which he got out. That'll be the end of over after 2 wickets collected in that over by Adnan, and just giving 1 runs. Excellent spell for him, just conceding 10 runs of his 3 overs done so far. This will take the outside part of the bat. Not much of a momentum in that delivery, and will be collected by the fielder located at the third man region. Once again, filter there. Too early in that shot. Must have been a slower one. Once again, beautifully bowled towards that offside. He's got a third man located outside of the circle. There's a deep mid wicket in the offside. A point in the 30-yard and the cover, extra cover inside the circle on that offside reason. And he's bowling beautifully according to the field, which can get sometimes challenging at times, but has been excellent so far. Sahil, this has been lofted towards the cover reason, but there's a sweeper there to clear that ball, and once again another single to get the scorecard ticking. Just 3 runs of this over so far, and Sahil onto his beautiful spell of 3 overs, and he would just go down as just 12 runs conceded of his 3 overs. A great bit of economy there. Not an extravagant amount of pace in his bowling, but seems like a very smart cricketer. Has been able to make impacts in recent games. Just last week, he was the one who provided the breakthrough against Avaani Cricket Club when the classical talented batsman Jihad was going about his business. He was the one who came in, broke the partnership and provided the breakthrough, which ended up becoming a transitioning moment in the game and ended up providing the victory for his team. Once again, beautiful bit of bowling there, but this one will go for 6. We'll bring you that replay. Was in the slot, he just had to adjust his back leg. Balance maintained, and that will go for a beautiful 6 on the cow corner reason. Himanshu, that would do a fair bit of deal for his confidence. A bit quicker this time. He's appealing there for wide. No reviews. Yeah, this time there's a backward point located outside the circle in the boundary. And the third man inside the ring. Adnan is pressing that outside the off reason. This one's been travelling powerfully towards the offside, but the backward point collects and limits the run to single. No one there. That'll be 4. This could be a shift in the momentum. 87 now after the end of 13, and that one bit expensive over from Adnan. 10 overs of that one. Boundaries accumulated by each of the batsmen there. A change of bowling spell here. Mubaris will join us. Number 29 took his mark. Umpire being struck there. Fielder was decent enough to apologise for that. That would have, I hope that's not too bad for the umpire. But another single to rotate the strike. Mubaris is on to the scorecard by conceding 1 run of his over. There's a fielder there, a quick single. Quite a bit of an agility there. Perhaps he was not very interested because there was no body backing that throw had he intended to make one. And therefore he was not interested to make any run, as allowed that comfortable single there. Players of youngsters not minding those singles coming. Oh, this has taken an outside part of his bats. One runs. Oh, this is going straight to the covers. We'll have to make a bit of work, but that's a catch. The batsman probably thought that was 6, but his teammates, that catch has been taken where the dugout is close by. No complaints here from the dugout, who had the best vision of that boundary ropes, and he will have to depart from the middle just when he was looking a bit dangerous. A beautiful ball here by Mubaris. He knew where his fielders were, invited him to make that big shot, which he did, but did not transfer too much of power into that shot and ended up losing his wicket. Now West Eagles in some sort of a trouble here after losing 6 wickets just for 90 runs. It's 13.4 overs so far. Cut that. umpire not interested that time, signaling that was drifting towards the leg side. That's an interesting wicket. Ended up dragging the ball. Took the inside part of the bat and hits the leg stump. And a short bit of session here from an inder, who will have to go back to his field without troubling the scorecard. Just 3 more wickets to be dealt with by youngsters here. Just traveling on the covers. Big shot of catch. And it ended up being a boundary because he was too committed for the catch. Sometimes it's a usual scenario in cricket when the ball is not, when the fielder is not quite sure of whether the ball would carry, and you commit to the trajectory of the ball and just bounces in front of you, and you have very less time to react to the reaction that the ball gets from the ground, which ends up being almost too challenging to the limited amount of reflex that we've got as a human being. And that just happened this time. We'll get a lucky boundary. Beautiful catch there by the wicketkeeper. It was a one-hand catch. So the batsman misjudging the line there. And luckily we've got some glimpse of that one-handed catch here in the clip as well. As you can see, that glove appearing on that right-hand side of the screen was a wicket keeper with an elite reflex. And that's well justified for Sahil for the spell that he has delivered so far. He's rewarded with 1 wicket. Unfortunate boundary in the beginning of this over, but an excellent spell so far regardless. New player in the middle now, Jagjit. Lacking a fair bit of footwork and also a pressure to be dealt with here. Not too many score on the scoreboard. A few more overs to go. They'll be looking to play the shots quite conservatively here. Off the mark, Jagjit, after facing a couple of deliveries. He'll be relieved to be on the non-striking end, and Himanshu would be thinking, I'm not quite sure what he might be thinking, but we'll just collect a single to retain the strike. And that's the end of Sahil's beautiful display. Beautiful display of his spell, only conceding 19 runs and collecting 1 wicket for his team. So 97 after 15 overs. West Eagles. Down the ground. He wanted something more out of that. Walaikum salam.
Second success to
Just 1 run short of 100 runs, West Eagles. That might make a little bit of difference to the psyche. This one's a tight run. Well kept there by the keeper. Required a direct throw. But a bit of an applause comes from the dugout of West Eagle players for the 100 runs on the scoreboard. Call for 2. has been a highlight of Youngsters Cricket Club. That would be called no ball. Way above his waist, that one, obviously. And this would be a free hit. Let's talk some water. The striker, Himansu, he would be delighted to take the advantage of the snowball. Let's have a look. Has been smacked. Two fielders running. He tried to stop that ball with his leg. Just hopped in the end and will run for a boundary. And well dealt with in the end, the free hit opportunity. But the bowlers of Youngsters Cricket Club has been excellent, not giving too many bad deliveries and sticking with the plan, not trying to do anything very differently, just maintaining the line and length. Few wides nonetheless, but despite that, they've been good until now, where Bhupinder starts with a ball that was drifting towards the leg side. We'll just hit the pads that time and will run for a boundary. It has been signalled leg byes. And lucky 4 runs. They're for West Eagles. Bhupinder trying to wrap this innings and rightfully being brought back into the attack by his captain. But Jagjit dealing with it. Carefully. This time he said enough and wanted to smack it, but wouldn't find the right part of his bat. And as we're approaching very fastly towards the end of this inning, I would like to give a quick shout out to the Avaani media team and our supporting sponsor, Avaani Real Estate, who has brought to you this live stream, buying, selling, investing, house and land packages, or land only, whatever your property goals are, Avaani Real Estate has got you covered. You're only one call away from all the information you might need to make that big decisions of your life. Visit today, avaanirealestate.com.au, or contact the friendly agents. Coming back into the stream now. Just a couple of wickets remaining. End of 17 overs. West Eagle has scored 114 so far by losing 8 of their wickets. A breakthrough needs to be provided here by someone. By the looks of it, they would not go wrong with having a slip in there. Keep inviting that batsman towards the cover region, bit fuller, and there you go. We are back in the action. But the players of youngsters pretty happy with the scorecard at the moment. They wouldn't mind bowling them out the entire 20 overs. Bit fuller, I would say, to the bowler, and have a slip for yourself. Most of the times it's the sign of the community games where they do lack some elements of mindset that's required sometimes when you're in the top part of the game. A bit of a spare exercise there by the fielder at third man reason. They didn't have to run too many today, collecting the balls from the boundary, and therefore just doing his due course of physical exercise, which is fantastic to see. This time, that's 6 from extra covers. And that would feel good. 122 now. Just a bit too full. And slapped very hard. That'll be the end of 18 overs. 123 for 8. 1, 2, 3 for 8 after the end of 18 overs. Jay. This is running towards the boundary. Chance of a run out. Maybe 2 runs added to the scoreboard, and there's a healthy bit of partnership here. Something that will surely motivate the team when they finish the innings to look back and say that they're back into the game after losing some crucial early wickets and wickets throughout the middle order. They finally managed to score some good runs. A partnership between this wicket did some additional runs. So that was a wicket opportunity lost and incurred another additional couple of runs. That was hit well. Fielder located in the extra cover region. Missed the catch just because it was hit so hard. and then end up overthrowing the ball to give a couple of extra runs to the team. Soft dismissal there. Didn't look like there was an edge, but the batsman is walking. Must have taken a faint bit of an edge there. He did look tired after having to run for a fair bit of amounts. 3-run marathon just completed that earlier delivery. Must have made some toil in his body. It looks like he wanted to get out of the middle as soon as possible. Umpire was considering to make the decision, and he ended up walking away, which made the umpire's decision much easier that time. Brilliant bit of umpiring done so far. The umpire has been able to uphold the spirit of the game and maintain the fraternity between these gentlemen. The battle between West Eagles and Youngsters Cricket Club. Last wicket here. And Jai deliver. This is traveling towards the gap. Well fielded there by the fielder. In the cow corner reason. Had to make some running before he collected the ball and just limited the runs to 1. 2 balls remaining here for Jai before the end of his spell. He has been a little expensive today of all the bowlers for Youngsters. But this is another 6 there. Just as I was mentioning about the expensiveness, this was a slower delivery, invited the batsman to make the shot. But batsman making no mistake that time. Himanshu now 44 of 25 crucial runs for his team. Good bit of cricket here by Himanshu. Once again does well to take the single, and he will retain the strike for the last over. And now this match has been dragged all the way to the 20th over. The fall of wickets not impacting that much for the team, but certainly the team will be relieved with the innings of Himanshu. They would want something powerful from him, and let's see if he can deliver. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this live stream brought to you by Avaani Media, powered by Avaani Real Estate, is now in the stage of the last over. Always an exciting phase of the game, especially in the context that West Eagles had lost substantial amount of wicket quite earlier. Himanshu has done well to hold his nerve and provide an excellent bit of inning and crucial runs for his team. He's already faced few deliveries from Waris and has also been able to watch his delivery from the non-striker's end. So he would have some sense of premeditation this time. Here we go. He tried to hit that hard, but will be deceived that time. Beautiful length there. Call for 2 runs here, but that'll be single. Well fielded there. Probably thought there was a chance of an overthrow. Not this time. Good bit of backup available there. And couple 4 deliveries to go. The conversation would be to bring back Himansu back into the strike, but this time GSS not holding himself back. He's there to punish you if you don't bowl in the right space. And this time 4 runs and 141 this time the score, and in no time the scorecard is looking quite healthy. 141 for 9 with 3 more deliveries to go. That could be a couple of runs, but Himansu will be pretty happy to have the strike and deal with the couple of deliveries to end the innings. Himansu thought he missed out on this one. Was a half chance. Dealt safely there by the fielder. Last delivery of the inning. This time it's they're asking a couple of runs, and they will make that comfortably. And that's the end of the innings. 145 runs on the scoreboard for West Eagles. They did well to not lose all their wickets, and they will walk back to the dugout. Big round of applause for Himansu by his teammates. And that's a wrap for the first innings. You've been watching Avaani Media. Thank you to Avaani Real Estate, your trusted real estate partner, for powering today's stream. We will be back shortly with live actions on the screen. Stay tuned. In the meantime, we will be entertaining you. We will try and provide you some entertainment with some cricketing knocks from our recent game. Between Youngsters Cricket Club and Avaani Cricket Club played in this beautiful venue recently. An excellent thriller of a match. Avaani Cricket Club ended up losing the game, but nonetheless, there's always an excellent inning there by Ziad. Enjoy. If you're planning to sell, planning to buy, look no further. And in the meantime, please enjoy this beautiful century by Ziad Khan.
First ball to boundary, second ball again to the boundary. Very nicely played there. Played with soft hands. Late cut. This time it was pitch high, but lovely placement there. Lovely placement for you. Oh, up in the air. That's a very beautiful shot. Six. Not so easy shot to play, but very beautiful looking shot. Contest. Again up in the air, and it's a six. This is what it's gonna cost you. You drop the catch. So last delivery to go for Fazil. Oh, that's an improvisation shot there. A bit risky, but it's T20 format. Unless it goes for a boundary, who cares? To win the match. It was a full toss and punished it well. Good looking boundary there towards the long on. Six there again. Good shot there by Jihad towards the long off, and good hit there by Jihad. Good shot there. Fielder is rushing. It will be cut off. They are running hard for 2 runs, and yes, more deliveries to go. None.
I thought, okay, these guys have now update. You know, sometimes you do a good thing on a cricket match and then you know, like, instantly it's fresh.
Oh, that's a good shot again. And he has picked the gap there. And a good boundary there.
You dropped him twice. Same guy. You dropped shot there.
Okay, it was just kissed the hand of the fielders and went to the boundary. Delivery to go. Oh, good improvisation shot by Jihad there for boundary.
So good to watch. Yeah.
Adding in 34 runs in this 24 deliveries. Both are looking good. Again trying to improvise the shot, and it's running towards the boundary for 4. What an entertaining shot that was. Oh, this time punish the bowler towards the square. Oh, good hit there, and a huge 6. Huge 6 towards the long off. Great shot by Jihad there towards the onside. Great all-rounder, a great batsman. Again, this time he picks this shot so well. The ball reaches to the boundary in no time. Now 3 more deliveries to go. Again up in the air, and a huge 6 again towards the cover.
Bowler has been introduced with so many fielders spread out into the field set. Ziad nonetheless wouldn't stop him. That would help. Nothing wrong there by.
I have no words to describe him. Look at the 6. How huge it is. Huge 6 by Jihad. Look at how beautifully he picks the shot. We wish, and by God's grace, may he go to the big bass. This time found the fielder. The great innings has come to an end. He has
If you're planning to sell, planning to buy, look no further. Hello?
हाँ भाई मुझे ना लिंक सेंड करो
हाँ
अभी मैच हमारा लाइव आ रहा है
हाँ ठीक है
ठीक है बस जल्दी से कर दो ओके First ball to boundary, second ball again to the boundary. Very nicely played there. Played with soft hands, late cut. This time it was pitch high, but lovely placement there. Lovely placement for you. Oh, up in the air. That's a very beautiful shot. Six. Not so easy shot to play, but very beautiful looking shot contest. Again up in the air, and it's a six. That is what it's gonna cost you. You drop the catch. So last delivery to go for Fazil. Oh, that's an improvisation shot there. A bit risky, but it's T20 format. Unless it goes for a boundary, who cares? To win the match. It was a full toss and punished it well. Good looking boundary there towards the long on. You six there again. Good shot there by Jihad towards the long off and good hit there by Jihad. Good shot there. Fielder is rushing. It will be cut off. They are running hard for 2 runs and yes. More deliveries to go. None.
I thought, okay, these guys have now update. You know, sometimes you do a good thing on a cricket match and then you know, like, instantly it's fresh.
Oh, that's a good shot again. And he has picked the gap there. And a good boundary there.
You dropped him twice. Same time. You dropped shot in the air.
Again, it was just kissed the hand of the fielders and went to the boundary. Delivery to go. Oh, good improvisation shot by Jihad there for boundary.
He's so good to watch. Yeah.
Adding in 34 runs in this 24 deliveries. Both are looking good. Again, trying to improvise the shot and it's running towards the boundary for 4. What an entertaining shot that was. Oh, this time punish the bowler towards the square. Oh, good hit there, and a huge 6. Huge 6 towards the long off.
The fielders are warming up a little bit here before the end of before the beginning of the second innings, but in the meantime, keep enjoying this highlight from Jihad Khan. If you're planning to sell, planning to buy, look no further.
First ball to boundary, second ball again to the boundary. Very nicely played there, played with soft hands, late cut. This time it was bit high, but lovely placement there, lovely placement for you. Oh, up in the air. That's a very beautiful shot. Six. Not so easy shot to play, but very beautiful looking contest. Again up in the air, and it's a six. That is what it's gonna cost you. You drop the catch.
Welcome back to the second innings of this amazing battle between Youngsters Cricket Club and once again, welcome back to this live stream brought to you by Avaani Media, powered by Avaani Real Estate, your trusted real estate partner. If you've been thinking about getting into your first home, now is the time to have a conversation. GSS making the run up now. Just easily tucked away, but there's a fielder there in the square leg region inside the field who will stop that ball from accounting for a single. That's carved away for four. Beautiful catch there. Vipinda will depart after a boundary of his second delivery. Nice bit of fielding there by number 7, who made no mistake. And a bit of a pressure here for YCC. new batsman Sahil comes into the middle. Good bit of start here for West Eagles. A beautiful delivery once again, that one. Just invited the new batsman to make a drive and slip possession there as well. But I just think the slip is a bit wide at the moment. But nonetheless, considering the pace, that much space should be covered by the wicketkeeper himself. This one narrowly missing. Bit outside off this time. Plenty of room there. But the batsman probably was not expecting that and he missed out. So both batsmen after the end of first over. 4 runs conceded so far by West Eagles. Fazil hasn't faced any delivery so far with Sahil. Just 142 runs, and sometimes I would like to highlight just the fact that there's not too many scores. You just shift your mindset into not playing too many shots, and that is when you end up losing few wickets and turns into a massive amount of pressure. This time has been lofted for a massive 6 towards the long on reason. It's a pressure reliever this time by Fazil, probably in the slot, and a nice bit of bat, that one as well. Didn't look like he was trying to hit that hard, but will travel the distance and accumulate 6 runs for his team. Pressure early on for Surinder, and this time he'll bowl up wide. Already 7 runs conceded after that beautiful start by GSS. Applause there by his teammates, motivating him to bowl in that channel. A nice bit of comeback so far in his second and third deliveries. There's a fielder located on the long off outside the circle. He will collect that and limit the runs and save the boundary. Nice bit of bowling there, but that will be an easy single. Not too much of pace given here by GSS to the batsman to capitalise, but this time with a bit of an extra bounce does the trick. Nearly caught an outside edge that time, and that will hype the players of West Eagles. They are loving this spell here by GSS. We'll bring you the replay of that previous delivery in no time. But yeah, an action replay just this time as well. But we'll just quickly have a look at that extra bit of bounce. Yeah, that did carry a little bit more, and you can see where the wicketkeeper had to collect that ball. So, new ball doing some trick here for West Eagles. Oh, that's hit hard. Was a chance of a catch, but just hit too hard, and the reflex of the fielder there, not equipped fully, which will cost them an opportunity. This has been lofted for a 6. Has been signaled 6 by the fielder. Not hit very well, but just scooped it. Boundaries are not very big here in Springfield Park, but that ball will travel beyond the ropes, beyond the cones to be precise. Yeah, a lot of power coming from that back foot, which was stable throughout the shot making. This time, he'll just guide that ball to his leg side. The outfield's pretty good, but that ball wouldn't travel any further. So, 22 runs at the end of 3 overs. GSS just conceding 13 runs of his first 2. And providing a breakthrough in his first over. Dismissed Vupinder cheaply, who will be rethinking his strategies. When it came to batting, but here we go. This one carried a fair bit, not too much of pace once again, so an exquisite bit of timing is required when the bowler is not providing you with too much of pace. It requires the batsman to watch the ball for longer, hold their shape, and make sure the power is transferred to the ball at a maximum point. Once again, this will just be single. There's a fielder outside the circle in that reason on that extra cover portion. We'll collect that ball and just pass it back to the bowler. So good ball so far here for Surinder in his second over. This is coming the way, and it will be 6. Once again in the slot, Fazil not trying to overheat that. Held his composure, watched the ball and just lofted it, realizing, and he probably knows the boundaries are not that big. You just have to make sure it connects well in the bats. Once again, Surrender conceding 6, and it's this time it's a 6 again. Back to back boundaries here for Fazil. He's doing an excellent work for his team. There's a chance of a shout of a catch, but that ball will sail, and this will be called wide. Yeah, Fazil has been applauded so far from his dugout. This will take the edge. The driving fielder will not be able to stop it, and this will go for 4. There you go, number 7. Had to make a diving effort. That took the end part of the bats, and will be a lucky boundary here for Fazil. And by his proceedings, he deserves it. Fortune favoring the brave. This time, he goes towards the offside once again. That's the end of 4 overs, 41 runs so far for YCC. Fazil is looking good. I'm not trying to overrate any of the deliveries that he has faced so far, but has accumulated 3 sixes already. Himanshu, the change of bowler. Oh, bad delivery, that one. 5 fielder on the offside. And he drifts this ball towards the leg side, and as Fazil not delaying any further here to punish that delivery for 4. Just before that delivery, just before he began, he had brought that backward square leg from inside the circle, from that leg side, and positioned him on the point to tighten the territory on the offside, and then ends up bowling it on the leg side. Now there's a fielder next to the leg umpire. This time, the chance of a shout of a catch. And then the opportunity missed here. Required a fair bit of effort. Yeah. We'll have a look at that chance once again. It was high in the sky. He had to make a fair bit of distance, but number 7 couldn't hold on to this ball once again. Nicely played towards the offside. The fielder will have to make an effort. Taking a bit of an adjustment there by the bowler. He's running across because he's not finding the thrust from that territory where a lot of bowlers has come across, and that portion on the pitch is slightly softer because the grass is disappearing. Oh, this time big swing and a miss. That'll be the end of first over from Himanshu. That's the end of 5 overs and 48 runs. Just 7 runs of that over. That will do for YCC. Required rating just 6.53 at the moment. Just marginally above par score at the moment. I will be joining you back in the commentary in a very short while, but keep enjoying the live stream. Some missed opportunities here. Always crucial when the scoreboard is not very expensive, and this time once again a nick, and the wicketkeeper was clueless there. Bowler is devastated because that would have been another chance. He's asked him to stay back. Once again, Malvinder has been very economical so far. Just consider 5 runs. This time again should have been stopped. The fielder did well, but couldn't stop the single. Sometimes these are the moments that's very important. A dot ball is very different. It plays differently in the minds of a batsman than a single. And loose singles, a bit of a sloppy feeling. Encourage you matches before the end result. And as a captain, as the management team, you might stay clueless as to what went wrong and what would be the element of rectifications. This time, a nice bit of field work there. By the fielder down there. At the end of 8 overs, 73 runs. Halfway there already. 73 more to get for the players of YCC. Diving effort. But that wouldn't be enough to limit the runs. Single run taken anyways. This is just gently guided towards the leg side. That will run and will be a boundary. There's not much done there by the batsman other than just guiding that ball. But will score a smart 4 runs for his team. That will feel good for himself. Adnan providing a nice bit of partnership work here, alongside Fazil, who is now 58 of 25 balls. It has been an excellent inning from Fazil as well. He's held his composure, has not tried to overhit any of the balls, but nonetheless has been able to capitalise on bat balls to score them for 6s. 79 for 2 so far. Once again, he will guide that ball towards the leg side, and they will come back for the two safely in the end. So 81 at the end of 9 overs, running at a rate of 9. Required run rate now just below 6 at 5.91. Halfway, a little more than halfway has been completed for YCC. They would want this partnership to carry them all the way in this run chase. Once again, a fun fact and a property stat for you. Land in Sydney's growth corridors is finite. Once it's gone, it's gone. And the proud sponsor of this live stream, Avaani Real Estate, can show you what's still available and what it could mean for your future. It's definitely something worth a conversation. Feel free to contact the agents at Avaani Real Estate. Brought to you by Avaani Media, this live stream. Malvinder is back in the attack. He's conceded 10 runs of his 2 overs so far. Has been very economical. With a chance in his previous over. Very smart bowler Malvinder. Likes to hit the areas, and once again, as I was speaking, this is an edge and the wicketkeeper has missed the opportunity. And this is the 3rd catch, and all in the deliveries of Malvinder. He would be fuming inside, but he has done well to hold his composure and not say anything, but there will be some serious conversation in the dugout after this match. We'll have a look at that missed catch once again. When the runs are not too many in the scoreboard, you have to take this advantage. You have to take these opportunities. Not this time by the wicketkeeper. And to just salt the wound, no ball has been called here. Very interesting call. Sorry, I beg your pardon, I thought that was a no ball, but a bit of an effort there by Malvinder. A desperate bit of an effort to stop the single. Failed to do so that time. This is coming a long way, and this will be a massive, not massive, but as I was mentioning, Fazil has been able to capitalize on balls that are in his slots from time to time, and that's what he just did this time. Was in the slot, did not delay any further. Once again, a lot of power coming from his back foot. Front foot was slightly raised, but a big base established there in this back leg. And this time Malvinder goes for 12 runs in his over. That will be the end of 10 overs, 93 for 2. YCC now cruising close to the victory. Sunil, who has gone for 8 in his first over, comes into the attack. There's a big appeal, but that ball was drifting towards the leg side. Hit on his front leg. which was being cleared to hit that ball, to tonk that ball towards the leg side. This time there's a chance of a catch. We'll take a look at that moment. Fazil saved himself from a run out. A little bit of a relay work that would have been. Both batsmen in the middle. We'll show you the moment. Again, wicketkeeper is slightly in a bit of a pressure moment because he has missed a few catches of him recently, and he was very desperate to make the right decision then, but ended up making a rushed decision. Quite a bit of a composer in that moment. As you can see, both batsmen were in the middle, not realizing where to head to. Should have waited a bit. Fazil's wicket could have been more valuable. Would have been more valuable for the West Eagles, but Fazil survives, and the batsman will have to depart. New batsman Jay comes into the middle. So a breakthrough here. That could be a change of momentum for the team of West Eagles. A bit of a gathering that just happened while we were playing this replay in the field. So a fair bit of conversation would have gone through. A bit of re-strategizing. Just 53 runs needed, which is still a considerable amount of runs when you consider just 7 good deliveries and 7 good moments for the game that needs to go in favour of West Eagles, and they're back in this game. Once again, always difficult to arrive in this stage of the game and get the ball going from the very get-go, and this time it'll be called wide. A bit of a loosener. A good thing is the batsman did not hit that. Had he hit it, it could have gone from a boundary that could have released a fair amount of pressure from the batsman. Jay would just drive that ball towards the long on reason to accumulate single and give strike to Fazil, who's been a substantial run scorer of this game so far. 65 runs out of 95 came out of his bat, and this time it's gone high in the sky. Would require some bits of catching. Never committed to that ball from the very beginning, therefore will not be successful catching that ball. He was running towards the ball with an expectations of actually saving the boundary rather than catching it. Had he gone for the ball from the very get-go, he would have reached there very comfortably, but at the end he had to dive forward to stop that ball, and which happened to be difficult in the end. But nonetheless, he did all the hard work to reach there and just couldn't gather it in the end. Would have been a beautiful catch and would have uplifted the players of West Eagles. Not that time. This time, two fielders looking at the face of each other. One fielder located in the cow corner region and a fielder located in the long on, I apologize. Not making any effort to stop that ball. And the ball just pierced right from the middle. And easy 4 runs. This time, once again, the ball will land considerably ahead of the fielder. This is Exit, new bowler in the attack. Conceded 4 of his first delivery, which was as a result of the misfield, a miscommunication, I'd say. But Fazil, an excellent knock that he has been able to provide for his team. This is twinked high in the sky, will go for a 6. An excellent shot here by Jay. He had to hoist some power, but nonetheless connects in the middle of his bat and will be a massive 6 for his team. 6 runs, and now YCC cruising close to the victory. Bit of a action that reminds me of Syed Azmal from Pakistan. And I don't quite remember what handed Syed Azmal was, but very similar action here by Jagzib. Nonetheless, has conceded 11 runs already of his 4 balls. This one's again straight to the fielder. Will be just 1 runs. 110, 111, I apologize, at the end of 12 overs with the loss of 3 wickets. YCC very close to victory, but still 35 considerable runs still needed of 8 overs, just at the rate of 4.38. And a big shout out at this stage to our sponsor of this live stream that has been brought to you by Avaani Media, powered by Avaani Real Estate, your trusted real estate partner. Purchasing or investing, buying or selling can be a big decision in your life and in anybody's life for that matter. And it's important you get the right information. The team at Avaani Real Estate are capable of guiding you through various stages of your property journey. Contact the agents today at avaanirealestate.com.au. Back to the match here at 111 for 3 after the end of 12 overs. Just 35 needed. Fazil has been excellent. He has survived few lucky opportunities. It's either, if the ball connects, it's either crosses the boundary or it just drops in front of the fielder. None of them has been able to reach the fielder. Some sort of a time that he has had today so far in the middle. An important inning. YCC chasing 146 runs in 20 overs and now at 111 after 12. Sunil, who has been excellent in his first 2 overs, now back in the attack. He has been wicketless so far, but that one turned a fair bit and also been delivered from the outside, way outside the crease. A fair bit of distance from the stump, so he will definitely be angling in, and that fielder in the fielder on the mid-on reason is on play, because this time he comes closer to the angle and much straighter this time for Fazil, and this will go for 6. Now Fazil in his 80s out of 34. Once again, a big amount of power and stability coming from his back leg. As you can see in most of his shots, his front leg raises a little bit, but his back leg is firm and stable. This has been twinked towards the long off reason. We'll just settle for 1 this time. With Sunil already 7 runs of his first 3 deliveries. Now just 28 of 7.3 needed. .343 here in Springfield Park. This is an appeal, just drifting down the leg. Umpire said we will have a look at it on our replay. Was also impacting a little bit higher in his pads. Nearly hit him in the groin region, and you can see the impact was way higher than the stumps. So easily dismissed there by the umpire of the game, Jihad Khan himself. One of the legends of the community cricket so far. A very talented cricketer as well. But I'll bring the focus back to this 4 here. The ball was way outside off, but nonetheless, the batsman had to make an adjustment, go towards the ball, and then twinked it towards the fielder. There's 3 fielders located long on cow corner and mid-wicket. Despite he manages to get a boundary from that reason, which was an excellent shot. This time just we'll settle for 1, and that's the end of the 13th over, which has gone for 12 runs. Sunil T, 25 of his 3 overs. Now YCC 1, 2, 3 for 3. And they've been scoring these runs at this moment at a rate of 9.46, and now just requiring 23 runs to be victorious out of this battle. Avaani Premier League Winter Edition. The Premier League itself on its 5th edition. An excellent bit of community cricket and competition between these gentlemen. Played with some kind of community dispute going on in the middle. Very maturely handled there by the umpire to reconcile the situation. Emotions in the heat of the contest. Some emotions, always good to witness in the scheme of competition between gentlemen. Everybody showing what it means for them to be part of the competition. To win and collect points, not just to participate, but to win and be victorious. And it matters to all of us. If you want to make the right decision regarding properties or real estate, feel free to contact the friendly and expert agent at Avaani Real Estate, who is the proud sponsor of this live stream brought to you by Avaani Media. This one has been twanged high, and this umpire would be waiting for a signal. And from the fielder, this has been signaled as 6, was an opportunity in that long on reason. That ball just pierced his palms and went straight out of the ground. Should have been caught. but not this time. GSS, bit unlucky. He's been an excellent bowler for West Eagles in this match. He bowled a couple of overs in the early stage of the game during power play, and he's someone who's just focusing to maintain the line and zone in on the length that is required to make the batsman uncomfortable. And this time he was almost successful in getting a wicket, and this time it's a chance of a run out, but a very wide throw dismisses that opportunity. 130 for 3. YCC in a nervous 16 runs still required of 6.2. A comfortable bit of a run rate required there, but plenty of wickets. And just a matter of fight back this time, and this is high, very high. And dropped catch once again. Mulvin Fazil survives yet another opportunity. Too many dropped catches have costed YCC. Sorry, West Eagles. This time the ball will travel safely towards the fence. Nobody positioned there. The long one was slightly wider. And that's a straight shot for 4. And that's 10 runs required to finish the formality. But not just formality, these are required runs, and anything can happen in the game of cricket, especially amongst the very highly competitive gentlemen who have participated in this Avaani Premier League edition 5.0, and it's a winter edition, always accompanied by beautiful weather, a slight bit of a gentle breeze, the sun's not too scorching, but nonetheless, a single taken there, comfortable single. What a catch, this one. One-handed catch there by GSS, who was an extra cover reason. A hug there from Fazil before he departed, but he played an important inning here, accumulating 87 runs of that 137 that has been scored by the players of YCC. Just tried to carve that off the top of extra cover fielder, but the fielder did hold his composure well enough to grab onto that delivery. Himanshu is rewarded with a crucial wicket of Fazil. You can never say it's too late in the game of cricket. Still 9 runs required with 5 wickets. Sorry, 6 wickets, but mind you, YCC only have 9 players in their dugout today. Gurpreet is making his way towards the middle. A bit of a body language, a big round of applause from the batsman who just departed shortly for his an excellent inning. Well-controlled inning, and definitely given some opportunities by the fielder of West Eagles. Nonetheless, the runs have to come from their bats, which the gentleman did use quite wisely throughout his innings. And as we are approaching towards the end of this live stream. A quick shout out once again to our sponsor, Avaani Real Estate, where you can discuss anything related to buying, selling, investing, house and land packages, land only, whatever your property goals. Avaani Real Estate will get you covered. There's a quick single here for Group 8 to get off the mark. This has been excellent in play towards the lakeside. It did look like a lofted shot towards the straight part, but did well to guide that ball towards a square leg for 4, and that's an excellent shot. That will reward them with a boundary. Now just a boundary needed of 5.2 deliveries. 5.2 overs for that matter. He was just trying to guide that, but wasn't successful that time. Now, last ball for Himansu of his 3rd over. He's considered 28 runs so far, accumulating 1 wicket of Mulvin. This time the ball will rest towards the fence, and that'll be it. And what a match we had in front of us. YCC able to chase that target of 146 in just 15 overs, 15 precise overs. And that'll be the end. Just not too many runs there for West Eagles to defend. In the end, they lost few wickets during their power play, and that costed them the whole inning. But the batsmen in the end did well to gather a few crucial runs for them, but wasn't enough in the end. Now YCC chasing down the total at just 146. The gentlemen will shake their hands and we'll call it off for the day. And then in the end, once again, a big thanks to Avaani Real Estate for making this live stream possible and being able to bring it to your devices and to your conveniences. That'll be a wrap for the day. You have been watching Avaani Media. A big thank you to Avaani Real Estate once again, your trusted real estate partner. Buying, selling, investing, house and land only. Reach out to the Avaani Real Estate team today. See you in the next match. Have a lovely day and enjoy your Sunday. We will be back with more actions. This is Dipesh shining off from the stream. Thank you.